Hello, I think I'm live now. If anybody's watching, please leave me a comment. Let me know I am coming through. Trying to figure this out. It has been a long time since I have been on. So forgive me if I don't do this correctly. Yeah, so let's see. How do we do this? Hey! Thank you. I see somebody's out there. Let's see. Anybody else? Welcome, welcome. Oh, absolutely, Linda. You are so welcome. I am just happy and blessed to be able to do it. I have been behind the scenes since May, since the Holistic Healing Summit. So this is technology is forever changing, and right now I am just want to make sure that I am coming through. Hey, Justine, welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming to this live. So I want to make sure I am coming in good. Okay, I think I'm good. Oh no. Oh, you are so welcome. I'm so glad to be able to do it. Good. I'm glad I'm coming in clear. All right. One second. I was trying to do multiple channels, but this is not seeming to be working. Let's see if it works here. Yep, I think it's working now. All right. So, welcome everybody. I am so excited that we are here. I'm live again. I miss you. I miss so much just being in just talking to you guys on a daily basis. Like I said, I've gone behind the scenes. So I am doing a lot of work behind LSSN to get us kicked off in the right way. We are doing a lot of planning for next year, and I'm so excited to let you guys know what we've accomplished, what we want to accomplish next year, and what we want to accomplish going forward, because we're not just this fly-by-night nonprofit. We're trying to be here in 100 years when we are long gone, and we want to change the future of LS as it is right now. So thank you so much for being here to support us. Thank you so much for being here to listen, because without the community, we're nothing, like literally nothing. So today is Giving Tuesday, which is the day of giving for nonprofits. It's like our Christmas. And it really does help us to go and do the work, right? Do the work that we say we're going to do. And so what we wanted to focus on this year for Giving Tuesday was our fun to create more content, more education, so that next year we can even reach even more people. So I'm going to put the link. If you go to, actually, I'm so bad, I can't type on my phone right now, but I promise, or if somebody could put it in there for me, it's lssupportnetwork.org/Giving Tuesday. That will take you to our Giving Tuesday page. Right now, we are at $2,765. Woo, woo, woo! Thank you guys so much. We have a goal of 10,000. So we are more than a quarter of the way there. And we are just, like I said, I'm going to break it down for you so you can see exactly where every dollar goes, because it's important that not only we, ask for your support, but that we tell you where we're spending the money. And first, for those of you who are not familiar with LSSN, Lichen Sclerosus Support Network, we are a volunteer nonprofit who is run by people with lichen sclerosis. This journey started for me in 2015 when I had a hysterectomy, and I started itching afterwards. It took 5 years for me to finally get a diagnosis. It was a battle of going to multiple doctors.
Something went wrong.
Uh-oh.
Please try again.
Never mind that. It was going to multiple doctors and just trying to get an answer. I mean, we've all been there, right? Well, not all, but the lucky ones didn't have to go through that, and we want everybody in the future to be lucky so that you don't have to do that. So, but unfortunately, as it is right now, there is a big lack of awareness of LS on both sides, patient and and provider side. And so, like I said, it took me 15 years to get there, to get a diagnosis. Not 15 years, sorry, 5 years to get a diagnosis. And when I finally did, I wasn't given much information. I was just told, here's your steroid, use it as needed, and come back for your regular, checkup. Okay. So, I was so through with doctors by the time that I got to my diagnosis that I didn't go back to the doctor for 3 years because I was so frustrated. But anyway, I did do what I was supposed to do, use it as needed. Long story short, that is not the correct information. And what happened? I progressed. I lost half of my labia minora and my clitoral hood fused over. I developed fissures, and yeah, that's when I finally went to the internet and I said, what the hell is this? And I found the medical sites, and it was literally so difficult to understand the words that I had to Google every other word. This is like, the jargon was like so over my head. And I said, you know what? This is bullshit. I cannot be the only one out here. And so that is when I decided to start Lichen Sclerosus podcast. First episode was in February. And from then to now, my first episode got, I believe it was like less than 50 downloads. We now get over 2,000 downloads a month, which tells you how much this information is needed. We're on YouTube. On YouTube, we get over 50,000 views a month. Okay, so we are the education piece, the information. We are like, oh, give it to me now. So not only did I start with providing education, researching, breaking down those words, and making the education accessible, I also went on to support people, and I created a support network. The first iteration of the LS Support Network was a membership site, a support group off of social media, because I saw that there was a great support on social media, but there was a segment of people that didn't work for. There was people that environment was just stressing to them, and then they were kind of left out in the cold. So I wanted to create a space for those people, a safe space that was still private, that was on social media, that they could get evidence-based information, and that they could, be in community with each other. So that's what I did. I purchased some space on a platform called Mighty Network, and that was the first iteration of what is now Lichen Sclerosus Support Network. Long story short, that idea got morphed into what is now LS Warriors, which is our private membership. And we're not going to talk about that today because that's not why we're here. But you can get all the information for our support and more of our education on our website at lssupportnetwork.org. So, like I said, I went on to meet some amazing people, and together we came together in 2021 and we created this nonprofit for you. Okay? Because 1 in 70 vulva owners has LS. Let's guess how many actually know what the hell LS is. I have heard so many times how people, they get diagnosed, oh, you have lichen sclerosus. What is that? I've never heard of that. What is that? And so our goal is to educate, to give people the information and the education they need so that they feel empowered. People who haven't been diagnosed yet, they need to know, what is LS? What are the symptoms? What am I looking for? So that when they go in the doctor's office, they can say, listen, these are my symptoms, and it sounds like I have lichen sclerosus. Okay? This is what you need to do. I need a biopsy. Okay? So we want to give those people the information, but we also want to be able to give the people who have been diagnosed, who have LS, we need to give them the information on how to live, right? We still need to live. We want to live the lives that we want, not to be in control, be controlled by this disease, by this condition. Hell no. And the thing is, you can live. The LS can be managed. The problem is the doctors are not giving us the proper information that we need so that we can manage this condition and live life properly. And there's so much medical trauma. So not only are we educating patients, but we want to educate the providers as well. So our long-term strategy is to actually create a provider course, continuous education course, that gynecologists, dermatologists, anyone who's looking at vulvas, pelvic floor physical therapists, even estheticians, that they can come in to this course, learn what LS is, what are the symptoms, how do you diagnose it, when you're giving a diagnosis, how do you tell this person? What kind of aftercare are you giving them? What kind of support? What information are you giving them so that they leave the office knowing that there's hope? This is not the end of the world. This is not the end of our lives. We have hope. And so we are going to create all of that. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to create our community has to grow. We have to show that we are who we say we are. We're not just some fly-by-night. We create these space with following evidence-based education. We partner with providers who know and specialize in this field. We grow, we research. We are in this space so that we can grow our authority, so then we can partner with the doctors and the teachers and the colleges and the associations that we need to then be able to teach the providers. So then we change the way lichen sclerosus is diagnosed in the future. That is the ultimate goal, is so that we end all of this medical trauma, so that people get diagnosed earlier, because we know that the earlier somebody gets diagnosed, the better it is for their prognosis. This is a progressive condition. If it doesn't go diagnosed, then you are going to progress and it's going to get worse and worse. And we know that undiagnosed LS, untreated LS can turn into vulvar cancer, and we do not want that, okay? That is not what we want. So, what are we doing to do that? One part of what we're doing and what we're raising money for today is for us to be able to create more content for you, okay? Right now, we have several programs. We have our searchable provider directory, where it is referral based. Providers cannot just email us and say, hey, can we put on your email? We do get emails like that, and we tell them, we would love to put you on here, but you got to get one of your patients to refer you. So these people have been referred by other people with LS. There are all type of providers on there, functional. There's pelvic health physical therapists. There are specialists, gynecologists, dermatologists. They're all on there, okay? And so if you have a provider that you're like, I love my LS provider, they know what they're talking about, I'm in remission, or I'm on my way, I feel like I have a partner in this condition, please email us, support@lssupportnetwork.org. Let us know who these people are so we can get them on the list. We are in the process of upgrading our plugin thanks to donations that we've received. We hope to have it up and running in May. We have volunteers working on it right now who are reaching out to providers, who are getting the information we need to make this the Yelp of LS. Okay, you'll be able to leave reviews and all kinds of things, which is truly, it's like a dream come true for me. But just know that this would not be possible without your support, without your help, without your donations, without your time. All of this would not be possible. So the other things we have as on the support side are our free virtual meetups, which we do every other Saturday. We do education, we do support, we answer questions, we do it all. We hold you in when you are in a low, when you are high. We are here for it all, okay? And then we have our private membership, which started off as the LS Warriors, is now the LSSN membership, and that is for our monthly and our annual recurring donors. You know, we have a private space off of social media with education. We do interviews, we do live events just between for the membership. So it is a beautiful private community. And then on the education side, right, we have Lichen Sclerosus podcast, and this is what we're raising money for today. The podcast is like how a lot of people find us, and the podcast has really literally changed lives. I get reviews and emails all the time. Like there's this one that says, I'm going to read it for you. Thank you. The information shared and the format are amazing. I'm newly diagnosed with LS. It's not a term and condition I had never heard about. Understandably, being a private condition, many women like myself have suffered in silence without a clue. Thank you for all of your efforts to education on a lifelong condition. We can learn to manage and retain our good health. Yes. That is why we do what we do. Okay? Yes. So I want to continue this because we get like so many emails, we get DMs, and unfortunately, when I started the podcast, it was all I did. There was no membership, there was no nonprofit. I worked and I did the podcast, and that was a weekly podcast. So I edited and did everything, all the marketing, everything. Now I'm doing all these other things, and I don't have time to edit the podcast myself anymore. So while I'm still recording episodes, they are in the private membership. Only the people in the private membership get to hear those episodes. So we want to raise money so that we can get an editor, so that we can start releasing those podcast episodes, because it is literally, I could spend 8 hours just editing one podcast, because I'm a recovering perfectionist and I know I want to give you quality. But but yeah, it's true. I could spend so much time, and then you're talking about show notes and marketing. So we want to be able to get those out to you. I have an interview with Dr. Kraft on how steroids affect the skin. You know, is it true the what everybody says about thinning the skin? Is it true? I got the answer, but I can't get it to you until I get an editor. I have an amazing interview with Dr. Rachel Rubin on non-surgical lysis of adhesion of the clitoral hood. Did you even know that was a thing? It is, and she talks you through it, and I want to get you this information, but I need to be able to hire an editor. All right, so that is why we're raising money today. That's one of the reasons we want to raise money. So if you haven't given yet, please, lssupportnetwork.org/Giving Tuesday. Woohoo! We just got another donation, $50. Thank you so much, Lauren. Please, I'm begging you guys. I want to help you, but I need help. You know, another reason that we are looking to grow this fund, we're calling it the Education and Content Fund, is the Holistic Healing Summit. Okay, this year we had almost 700 registrants for the Holistic Healing Summit. And we had a total of 33 sessions. And we had amazing speakers. And we want to bring on even more speakers. Okay? And some of these speakers we have to pay. And so we need to raise funds so that we can pay these speakers so that they can bring their knowledge and expertise to the Holistic Healing Summit for you. Okay? And so, again, that's part of our content and education fund. One of the reviews I got that I wanted to share with you from the Holistic Healing Summit, it was this lady, she said, I still want to thank you big time for the Holistic Healing Summit. It was so holistic. I can't believe you have approached it from all of these different and important angles. It was perfect. It helped me feel more than a disease. Brought myself some beautiful dresses. Love to hear that. And made me determined to take my health into my own hands. I went to acupuncture, a homeopath, and changed my diet all in 1 week. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. And when I say holistic, we're talking about the whole body. We're not talking about alternative medicine, but we're talking about just dealing with LS from diet, sleep, exercise, mental health, sexual health, pelvic health, medical health, all of it, because it's important. It is so important that we make sure that it's not just a one-time thing. It's not just steroids. It's not just our medication. We got to deal with it all over, because this is a mental health and a physical health, and it affects our relationships, not just with our romantic relationships, our family, our kids, our friends, all of it. And so with the Holistic Healing Summit, we bring everything to you. Now, if you are looking for the replays for this past year's Holistic Healing Summit, you can see all of them, all of the main sessions in the LSSN membership. Again, if you want, you can go to lssupportnetwork.org/membership, and you can get all the information there. For $35 a month, you can see all of those videos. You can see all of the interviews that we've done that haven't been published. You can get support, all of it. and that's just $35 a month. And if you're in the U.S., it is tax deductible. Okay, so you can get it matched by your work if you can, if that's a thing, and that match would go to sponsor someone who's not able to pay the $35. So we do have a sponsorship program. It is on a first come first serve basis, but yeah, I mean, and then the other way you can get in there is our volunteers. All of our volunteers get free membership into that membership and get all of that education and content. So we're ready to make it available to everybody, but we need your donations. So please, lssupportnetwork.org/Giving Tuesday is the website to give today. I'd love to shout out the next person that gives us a donation here. We got, like I said, Lauren has given us a donation. Let me see. I'm going to refresh here. See if there's been any more donations. Come on. Hey! We got Ashley and Elizabeth have given us a donation. So we are about 25% to our goal. The last thing that's brand new that we want to incorporate into our network next year is partnerships. We want to partner with content creators. Our goal is that when anyone types anything into LS into Google, Bing, Yahoo, wherever the search engine is, that Lichen Sclerosus Support Network pops up. And how do we do that? We do that by providing the best value of information. And so we want to partner with providers who are doing that, who are providing the content that the podcast, LS podcast. So we want to bring them all so that we are all under the same umbrella. So you don't have to go looking for different websites. You got one website, and we got everything you need in that one website. And so we want to partner with these other content creators. And so in order to do that, we have to pay for that content. No brainer, right? So we want to be able to use some of this fund to pay those content creators so that we get you more information, one-stop shop. That is the goal, and get you the information that you need, and that the future LS patients need. Let me see. We got some questions. I'm gonna go to the chat. Get some water. I get excited about this stuff, y'all. All right. Yeah, I see someone says they're 62 and was diagnosed and told to go home and use Dovate cream, which is like clobetasol, and see them in a year. See, that unacceptable. Oh man. All right. And so then we have someone else that says, thank you so much, Kathy. I just shared your site onto LS support page. Yay. Thank you so much. I've tried 4 doctors, settled on the least damaging. I followed Dr. Kraft's info to get LS under control. Yes. Yes. That interview has over 14,000 YouTube views and the most comments. It is literally changing lives. Okay, it is changing people's lives where they now have control of their condition. It is now they're getting their lives back, man. It's crazy. So yes, we just got an anonymous donation. Thank you so much. So yeah, love that. If you don't know what the video we're talking about, it's on YouTube. It's if you look up lichen sclerosus and Dr. Jill, it will come up. You can just do Jill Kraft, KRAPF. Or I can put the link in the comment thing in a minute. Everybody who knows me, I'm not a great multitasker. I can't write and talk at the same time. Um, so yes, or somebody could be a beautiful human today and help me out and get the link for that for anybody else who needs that. But that is an amazing, amazing video. And Dr. Kraft did speak at the Holistic Healing Summit, and she did an amazing session. It was very interactive. We were her med students, and so she treated us as med students. We went through two case scenarios with her, and it was just so much fun. It was so much fun. Yes, and if you're on Instagram and go to the link in our bio, the video is linked in our bio. And if you're on YouTube, if you're on YouTube, I'll get you the link in a minute. Okay. So then we have another comment. Are you going to talk about LS and this info? Of course, you can give us info. I have loss of architecture, no clitoral hood, no minor labia minora. It's all gone. I'm so sorry to hear that you had that progression. This was supposed to be just like us letting you know what's coming. We are definitely going to be having, depending on how much we raise, we want to have more live sessions where we have more doctors coming and talking to you. I know we have one scheduled already for January 17th, which is Lichen Sclerosus Awareness Day. Whoop, whoop. We have a nice program set up for you for that. As far as like loss of architecture, so labia minora, if they're resorbed, as far as I know and understand, there's no coming back from that. But if they're fused, there is a way to be able to unfuse them. It's called lysis of adhesion, and the same thing with the clitoral hood. The donation page is lssupportnetwork.org/Giving Tuesday. Let's see. Someone says, I'm so glad I at least got to catch some of the live. I'll definitely be checking out the replay. Thank you. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. It is a blessing that I've been able to do this. It literally has changed my life. I quit my job so that I could do this for you guys full time. And my hope is that we're able to grow this team. Right now it's volunteers, but we want to be able to grow this organization so that we can continue changing lives and literally change the way LS is diagnosed in the future. So it says, I literally claim on Instagram. I'm not an expert on Instagram. I'm old. Oh, you're not old. And I have to ask my kids. But just got back from my latest hospital appointment after operation, multiple biopsies, 13 years since. Been diagnosed as many operations over the years and just given lichen diagnosis. Oh, bless you, bless you, bless you. Oh, I'm so sorry you had this long journey, and I'm hoping that you are on the uptrend. You have a diagnosis now. You are in the right place. There is hope. You can manage this. I know that in the beginning it's like a monster, right? But you can tame this beast. You can. Please join our virtual meetups. The next one is December 10th. That is the last one for the year, but then we'll be starting over in January. And there's a big old community here. So much community just willing to just embrace you. Just embrace you. Oh man. Someone says, I've been 6 months of pain, using Clop daily for 2 months, no better, losing hope. Will I ever get better? Oh, Mama, yes. So I encourage you, I know you asked for the link. Watch that interview with Dr. Jill Kraft. It will change your life. It changed mine. I went after, she tells you how to treat, why we do it. She explains, right? Because we're all, my belief is that you educated for you to make educated decisions, right? So we give you the information, you do with it what you decide, what is right for you, your body, and your values. And what we do, when I decided was that I was going to use steroids in the way that Dr. Kraft taught us. And when I started doing that, I went almost a year without any symptoms. Okay? And this is not just my story. This is stories that I've heard repeated. So please watch that video. And just, if you try it, if it doesn't work for you, there are other options. Steroids don't work for everybody. It might have an allergy to it. Could be you're not using it properly. It could be that your body just doesn't like steroids. There are conditions called secondary treatments called topical calcineurin inhibitors, that maybe that's what you need. Everybody's journey is a little bit different, and I always say we got to listen to your body, and you got to find out what it is that it wants, what it doesn't want, what it needs, and what it doesn't need, and then find out exactly what treatment plan is right for you. Okay, so I definitely encourage you to join our virtual meetups. The 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do a lot of education in that one. And then in the later one, it's a lot more relaxed. And so we have a lot more time to kind of just congregate with each other. So there is a question. Someone asked, what have you done? Why did you progress? So my progression was in the first 3 years after I was diagnosed, because I did not use the steroid the way that Dr. Kraft eventually explained, and I started using it that way. When I started using it the way Dr. Kraft recommends, that is when I stopped having symptoms for a year. But within those 3 years, I did lose half of my labia minora, and my clitoral hood fused over. Now, I will say that a year and a half after I was using the steroid properly, my clitoral hood started unfusing. And I talk about this in the interview with Dr. Rachel Rubin. It was like, what? Totally unexpected. And I even posted in the group, I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know if I'm really seeing what am I seeing. Yeah, I had just started pelvic health physical therapy, so I went to my therapist, and I'm like, can you look and see? Because I don't know. I think I might be seeing things. And she confirmed it. We all cheered in the room. And through working with my pelvic health physical therapist and manipulations that she does, I was able to completely unfuse my clitoral hood. I can retract my clitoral hood completely, whereas before it was completely sealed over my clitoris. So there is hope. There is hope. There's absolutely hope. And if, there are surgeries that you do, there are some other things that you can do, but there is hope. Somebody says, what are signs of irritation? How do you know that it's irritation and not lichen sclerosus? So, overuse of the steroid can cause irritation. and that usually shows up as redness. So lichen sclerosus is usually showing up as white. When you have any kind of redness, it's usually a secondary thing, like from scratching, contact dermatitis, which is just like a medical word for like an allergy or an irritation from something. It could be a vulvar yeast infection. So if you can't overuse the steroid, and it can cause you to have a vulvar yeast, so you won't have the discharge, but you'll have the redness and the itching and the burning and the pimply red dots on your skin, and that's vulvar yeast. So your doctor would need to swab the vulva, not internally, in order for that to show up. And some people are just prone to getting yeast infections with the steroid. So there are longer term things that you can do to deal with yeast and still be able to use the steroid. So, I get another drink. I'm loving this. I missed you guys. I miss interacting. They put me in the back room. Lauren, our president, has joined the live. Lauren's put me to work in the back, so I don't get to see you guys no more. But the more volunteers, the more money that we raise, that we can hire people to do some of these things, then I can come and talk to you guys more often. I can do lives like I used to. I would love to do, bi-weekly or monthly lives, or have, open forums where we can just come in and interact with each other, because I miss you guys. I miss talking to you on the podcast. I just miss you. Someone says, hi all, thanks for your help. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Thank you so much. So please, even if it's $5, it helps. We have over 2,000 followers on each of the platforms. Even if half of y'all in each of the platform gave $5, we would make our goal. We would have podcasts for the whole next year. We would be able to pay our content creators. We would be able to get you some new amazing speakers for the Holistic Healing Summit. Oh, I forgot to tell you. We're doing 3 Holistic Healing Summits next year. Okay? Give me some hearts. Give me some claps. Let me know if you love that or not. Okay? We heard you guys. We know that it was a lot of information at one time of the weekly summit, and some people couldn't attend live because it was during the week. So we're still going to have the week-long summit, but we're going to have 2 mini summits, which will be on the weekend, and those are going to be really topic oriented. So whereas the weekly summit, the week summit is going to be more generalized, the weekend summits are going to be more in the more niche, I should say. So yes, we need that. Yes, I see hands, I see hearts. I love it. I love it. Yeah, and anyone who did attend last year's summit and is willing to meet with me, we can do. I need some feedback. So we could do 15 minutes of a feedback session, and I could do 15 minutes of a consult with you. Shoot me an email at support@lssupportnetwork.org, and let's schedule this thing, okay? Because I want to talk to you guys, and I want to help you, and I want to hear feedback. We're in the planning processes right now, and we want to be able to incorporate and get it right. So that's support@lssupportnetwork.com. Losing my voice. All right, we got about 12 minutes left. So let me see some comments. Let me see some questions. I'll answer a couple questions about It could be about the nonprofit. It could be about LS. Let us know what kind of content do you want us to cover next year, right? This is your nonprofit. We're here for you guys. So tell us, what do you want us to cover? Okay. Let me see this thing. Someone says, I'm in UK, so we'll work out timings, etc. Wow, I have such a warm feeling just knowing I was drawn to sign in this evening to see you. Yes! I love it. Yes, 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 yes. I love it. I love it when things happen like that. Woohoo! It looks like we got another donation. I want to shout out some more donors. Let's see. We got... Oh, looks like it's not showing up. I got an email. Give it a minute. Y'all, I am so, like, technology has changed so much in like the last 6 months. Okay, somebody says, could you briefly describe what Dr. Kraft advised? Sure. So Dr. Kraft, okay, so it's not just important how you use your steroid. It's important, it's not just important of when you use your steroids. It's also important how you use your steroid. So, and if you go listen, she tells you the science behind it. Also, you can go to lssupportnetwork.org/ls, and we did an overview there, and she did edit it, so the information has been passed through her. And so basically, you want the guidelines for application of ultra potent steroid is once a day for 4 weeks, every other day for 4 weeks, and then maintenance, which is twice a week. And some people do Sunday, Thursday, some people do, Sunday, Wednesday, some people do Monday, Thursday. I'm a Monday, Thursday. And basically, we got to do that for life. We got to use our steroid continuously because LS never stops. There's no cure. We are managing it. So in order for us to manage it, we have to stay on top of the inflammation. Okay? And so because of the changes that the inflammation does to our skin internally, which is thicken it, there's a myth that it thins the skin, but it actually thickens the skin to the point that it loses elasticity, and that's why it's stretched so much that it looks so, the top layer looks so thin, but underneath there is just so poofy with inflammation, and it's hardened. So we have to open up the pores, and we have to soften the skin so that the steroid can get down to that basement layer of the skin where the LS lives. And so do that by soaking for 15 to 20 minutes. Then we take our ointment. You want to use an ointment versus a cream because the cream tends to have alcohol in the base. And if we have fissures and things like that, it's going to burn and you're not going to want to do it. And then you want to use no more than a fingertip amount. And you want to try to use the least that you need. So most people, that's a pea-size amount, but you can go even less depending on on your body. Again, listening to what works for you. And then you want to rub that in to the where you have symptoms, as well as, and this is my recommendation, is the labia minora, the clitoral hood, and possibly the perineum. And I say that because that is where LS tends to change your anatomy, and you won't know that you have symptoms there if you're not looking. And then by the time you start seeing the changes, it's already too late. You can't really reverse that. So what you want to do is be preventative. Most people don't have an issue applying it there, but again, you know that if you start seeing redness, if you start seeing if you start feeling that it's burning after you're applying, then you want to step down. And then once you apply it to those areas, you want to rub it in for 90 to 120 seconds. We want to get that down deep into the skin, down to the basement layer of the skin, so that the medication is doing the most that it can. If we're just laying it on the surface and walking away, we're not really getting much of that medication where it needs to go, and it's not going to be working very well. And we don't want that. So once you do that, wash your hands and you're good to go. I go much more in depth at the virtual meetups. Like I talk about this for an hour, and take questions and things like that. So if you can come to the virtual meetup, please do. You can sign up at lssupportnetwork.org/connect, CONNECT. That's a CONNECT. Yes. So yeah, but listen to that interview, or come and join us, or check out the lssupportnetwork.org/ls for the overview. Then we trying to get the information out there as many ways we can. I got a lot of posts on Instagram, like reels and things that go into that as well. Someone asked, how long can you be symptom free before you're in remission? So remission means that the skin looks healthy. There's no signs of inflammation. So just to be clear, LS causes your immune system to attack, which then creates inflammation. The inflammation growing in the skin is what causes the symptoms. So when we are managing LS, it's basically we're managing the inflammation in the skin. Okay. Once we get the inflammation down, then that stops our symptoms. So as long as we keep the inflammation down, then we are basically in remission. If that inflammation starts going up again, then you're going to have symptoms. The skin's going to start changing, and now you're in a flare. You can, if your skin is healthy, and technically you need a doctor to diagnose, to say you're in remission, even though some doctors won't use the word remission. We don't exactly know why. We have speculatively, we say, some doctors may feel like if they say the word remission, people will stop using their treatment properly. But for whatever reason, if they tell you your skin looks healthy, if they tell you it doesn't look like you have LS anymore, like the skin doesn't look like there's any signs of LS, then you're pretty much in remission. And so, yeah, it can take anywhere from an average of 3 to 6 months to in remission. And it's just it's everybody's different, So I know for Jacqueline, when she shared her story, she used steroids daily for 9 months because she was told to use it daily until she saw the doctor, and that's how long it took to see the doctor. But it by the time she saw the doctor, they told her, okay, you're good. You're in remission. You're fine. For me, it took about 2 months to stop the anatomical changes, and then I was able to stay in remission for almost a year. And then I was in a really stressful situation called COVID. Long story, I won't bother you with that. But anyway, stress is the number one trigger that we have found just talking to hundreds of people with LS. And extreme stress will kick you out of remission. And it's done it to me. It took another 2 months after I started applying my steroid again, daily and then every other day, before I was able to stop the anatomical changes again. So I hope that answered your question. Again, we we want to create more content and education, so you guys we want to flood you with this information, so you don't have to wait to ask these questions. And in order for you to do that, we need your donations. Matter if it's $5, $10, whatever you can give, or if you can't give, please volunteer. Woohoo! We got another donation, $100 from Andrea. Thank you so much, Andrea. Oh, that's awesome. So if you can donate, please, you can go to lssupportnetwork.org/Giving Tuesday, and give your donations. If you are not in a position where you can donate financially, but you have time and you want to donate your time, we have tons of jobs that need to be done. We have our volunteer form. I will put the link. If you go to the website, it's lssupportnetwork.org, and go to the Get Involved tab on the menu, and it'll tell you everything about our volunteer not options, but opportunities, our volunteer opportunities. And if you're a business owner and you want to partner with us, sponsor one of our events or one of our programs, or you want to donate a service in kind, we can do that. We can give you a tax deductible receipt for your services, for your in-kind donations. We need all of the help we can get so that we can change the future of LS. We have major plans. This will be our first full year as a nonprofit. It's crazy. Because if you think about all that we've done, that's just 1 year. What do you think we're going to be next year? I'm going to have to do a 2 hour. I'm going to have to do 2 hours in order for us to be able to say everything. Oh, we are $60 away from $3,000. Somebody please, before I get off this live, I want to be able to shout out that we just did we got to 3,000. If six of y'all give $10, we can do this. I'm not leaving till we get to 3,000. That's it. I'm not leaving. Come on. $5. Give me $5. Let me see it. I answered everybody's questions. But, come on, let's get to 3,000 before we get off of here. That would be amazing. lssupportnetwork.org/Giving Tuesday. That is the website to go and give your donations. It is tax deductible in the U.S. Let's see if anybody else has any other questions. I can direct you to some resources. Again, $5, $10. That's all it takes. We're almost there. We are so close. And again, just let us know what it is that you want for us to cover next year. What content do you want to see? All right. Oh, Lauren got $50 match from her employer. Woohoo! Okay, I'll put that in for you, Lauren. Okay, so we need $10. We need $10 to get us to $3,000. So let's see, can we get the $10 donation? All right, somebody asked, any vulvar derm specials in PA? What part of PA? I'm in PA. Let's see. Yeah, we have a few doctors in the directory. If anyone's looking for the provider directory, it's at lssupport.net/providers. I'll put that in Lidditz. Okay. Okay. I don't know my PA geography as good as Lidditz is closer to Philadelphia than Pittsburgh, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. But there is a doctor in Philadelphia. If you look up, sorry, my brain is farting on me. Thomas Jefferson Women's Health. Okay, near Lancaster. Yeah, I think the closest one that I know of is in Philly, so it's probably like an hour drive for you. But Thomas Jefferson Women's Clinic. I've heard things about them. We did have one in Hershey, but she retired. So I'm actually going to be making an appointment. And they take insurance, which is a plus, because vulvar specialists, unfortunately, a lot of them have to go private in order to give you the care that you need. So we, let's see. Let's see, can we get that last $10? Come on. Let me see. Okay, yes. Okay, so you saw him. I know. Okay, so you saw Paul. All right. Oh, you know something else that I'm actually looking at starting? We did some in-person support meetups. And I am looking to actually start doing that again next year. So we got to look at the data and see where we have concentrations of people. And maybe I can come and do a meetup in your town. I know we have quite a few in Central PA. So that's an easy one for me since I live in Central PA. So that might be something. I did one in Philly. I'm thinking about doing one in Harrisburg, which might not be that far. So, welcome. People in now. We are $10 away from hitting $3,000 in our donation in our fundraiser. So we're looking for a $10 donation at lssupportnetwork.org/Giving Tuesday, so we can bring you guys more content. You know, we can bring the podcast back. I'm so ready to start releasing new episodes. You just don't know. I'm like, if I had the time, I would be on it. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get you a hyperlink. That'll work. There you go, Mama. Somebody was just asking for the donation link. All right. Let's see. Can we get? Oh, you know what else? We got a volunteer who is willing to translate our content, so we can start helping people in other languages, in Spanish. I believe it was Spanish, Polish, and French. How amazing would that be? Okay, it's amazing. Again, if you have services, or you have time, you have skills. If you are an editor, or you want to learn how to edit, or you're interested in editing and you want to volunteer to do that, and we don't have to spend as much money on that, we can spend the money on something else. Volunteer. We need your help. We're also another content we are working on is doing a digital zine magazine. Zine, that's the word. Of a digital magazine. No, well, you could. The donate now button, that's a general donation, so that won't go towards this fund. But if that's what you meant to do it, I can move it over. I will just, if you want me to do that, that's fine. That's awesome. I can do that. Let me just look it up. So it looks like we just made our 3,000. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So yes, I am so excited, you guys. We are changing lives. I am so honored to have been able to start this process, and that so many people have see what we're doing and are willing to jump on and help me, because I could not do this alone. It would have taken me so long to get to this point by myself. And so with the community, I've always said it's always been about the community. And so with the community hugging me back, it just makes it so much funner and easier. Absolutely funner and easier. So much. All right, let's see. We're gonna see it. Hold on 1 second. Yes, we are over our 3,000. Woo woo! Thank you guys so much. We did it. You guys are amazing. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I will see you guys later. Hopefully we hit our goal and you'll be getting new podcast episodes soon, because I want to talk to you some more. All right? Hit me up in my email. Oh, I love you. And look at the membership. I'm in the membership all the time. So you post, I post, and talk to you all the time. Okay? And I will see you guys later. Bye.